Joe Smith here with a little follow-up. Now, again, when using this stuff, just dab it on your finger. You can see Joe Smith just dabbing a little tiny bit on the finger at a time and try and work it into the holes for that. Now, this was rougher than what you would normally be using this on, so it took Joe Smith a little while. I had to put some on and let dry a couple minutes and then sand it down. Joe Smith started with 220 automotive sandpaper and sanded with that between coats, and then after it looked like it was about done and it's looking pretty smooth, Joe Smith sprayed it with some sandable primer to seal the putty in, and then also you kind of highlight what was needing touch up and needed just a dab more. And normally when you use this stuff on a car or something, after you get done with your body, or maybe after you do primer, and it'll just be some little spots here and there, and it'll look kind of like this when you use it. But Joe Smith's got it all nice and smooth now. It used to be like all rough and pitted like crazy, and trying. It's kind of hard to see some of the stuff on camera. But yeah, it's all nice and smooth now. So, well, Joe Smith can open a can of paint with one hand. So now you can just kind of spray a real light coat of paint on. Joe Smith's thinking he should have done blue, since he has so many blue wrenches, but Joe Smith's got a idea was to do some blue wrenches here with some other old wrenches. This was just a can of spray paint that was almost empty laying around the shop. Joe Smith figured he'd just try and use it up quick on this, but when you do the paint, try and spray it on real lightly. Got on a little thicker than it should there in that one spot when it first started, but hold it back far enough and just spray real lightly, and let it start to dry a little bit, and then do another light coat, and then wait for that to start drying a little bit, then do another light coat, and then do about 3 or 4 light coats usually, or your third coat you can do a little bit heavier. And then if you're going to do like a clear coat on top, Joe Smith's never tried the Rattle Can clear coat. He's always mixed up 2K clear coat and used on top of automobile paint or Rattle Can paint. But read the instructions on the clear coat on how soon to apply it after you do the paint, so that way it forms a chemical bond. Otherwise, if you wait too long to do the clear coat after you do the paint, you have to wet sand the paint a little bit to scratch it up or scuff it up a bit, and then that way the clear coat will stick to the scratches in the paint and form what's called a mechanical bond. But if you do the paint and the primer, the paint, and the clear coat all within so much time of each other, then it forms a chemical bond, which is better, and it'll hopefully stay on longer. So, but again, read all the instructions on everything, and make sure stuff's compatible. And if you have any questions, call the manufacturer, the company's phone number, look up their website or that, and ask them if there's any compatibility issue or what the recoat or clear coat time is, if they have any idea. But you can always just kind of do a little trial and error on something cheap and small like this. If you want to get into auto body repair, just start out on little stuff like this, restore old tools or old toys, or find bicycle that's kind of all rusty and paint's chipped off, and clean it up and restore it and repaint it and everything. And after you do enough small projects, then you're going to kind of you're going to know what to do, and your skill be improving, and you'll be able to have the confidence and the know-how and the skill and all that to tackle a car then. So, but yeah, just find something small and start practicing and start trying something out or that. And if the paint gets messed up a little bit, you can always sand it down and repaint. So, been Joe Smith. Thanks for watching. Joe Smith signing out.